Hey guys, welcome to Protein Treats by Nutracelle, and today we are making lemon meringue pie, except this one has no crust to worry about, it's no bake, it's super healthy, sugar-free, high in protein, low carb, and best of all, absolutely delicious. So stick around, I'm going to show you how easy this is to make for you and your whole family. Okay, because this recipe is no bake, I'm going to start with the crust on the bottom. And what I have here is some roasted flax seed that's just been coarsely milled. So you can buy it this way, or you can roast it yourself and just use a blender to get a nice coarse, kind of like a flour, I guess, but it's called a meal. And so you'll see the texture here. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and put that into my bowl. Now, I'm adding a little bit of cinnamon here. I have 2 teaspoons of cinnamon that I'm going to add. One thing I should say about the flaxseed as well is we're a nut-free home, so we can't use almond meal. Now, if you had almond meal in your house, that would be ideal to use in this recipe. I also have half a cup of real butter here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pour that in. It's been melted and cooled a little bit, so it's not super hot. And then I have half a cup of granular stevia here. And I'm adding 1 generous spoonful of our vanilla Nutracelle, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pop that in there. This couldn't be any easier. You just mix it up, and you want it to be pretty crumbly. So once you get it mixed and it's nice and even and crumbly, all we're gonna do is spoon a spoonful of it right on the bottom of each of our little dishes here, our little dessert dishes. And you can really use any kind of dessert dish that you want. You can even go ahead and make one bigger one and treat it like a pie. And you don't have to be super perfect here. You just go ahead, just kind of eyeball it to make sure that each one of your dishes is about equal. And then just using your spoon, you're just gonna pat the base down just a little bit. You want it to be crumbly. This is gonna be a crumbly bottom, so you can tamp it down a bit with your finger if you want, but don't do it too hard, because otherwise you're gonna get a firm crust, and that's not what we're going for this easy little recipe. So now we're just gonna leave these, and we're gonna get all our other ingredients out to make our no-bake lemon custard. Okay, so to make our lemon custard, all you need is half a cup of real lemon juice. You can use fresh squeezed, or you can use lemon juice that's right out of the bottle. And you need half a package of cream cheese that's room temperature. Now, my cream cheese here is a full fat cream cheese, but you could use low fat if you're trying to save a little bit on calories. I'm not. I really like to have lots of fat in the food that I'm eating. And I've got a full cup of full fat whipping cream here. And that's a 35% whipping cream. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pour that in. And I also want 4 scoops of my vanilla Nutracelle. And that's what's gonna give us lots of prebiotic fiber, and it's gonna give us 100% whey protein. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my 4 scoops in. And I want this to have a nice lemony look, so I'm actually gonna use a little bit of food coloring here. I have some gel food coloring, and I'm just gonna put a little bit in, just so it gives it that really rich lemon look to it. You don't have to do this, you can skip it if you're making it at home. And last but not least, I'm going to use some liquid stevia. Now, you can also use liquid Splenda, some sucralose, or you could use Erythritol, any kind of sweetener that you want, but it should be the equivalent of half a cup sugar. So we've got everything in. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna start our mixer on low here, and then we're gonna work our way up. So once you have everything nice and mixed, then you're gonna go ahead and turn your mixer up to full, and you're gonna leave that on until it gets to a really nice thick consistency. Okay, so our lemon pudding here is done and ready. I'm just gonna shake the extra off. So all we're gonna do is go ahead and scoop our pudding, our lemon pudding, right into each of our little dessert jars here, just like that. Look at that. That looks so good, you guys. And now I'm gonna show you the third step to making these easy little no-bake desserts, and that is your homemade meringue. Okay guys, now we are gonna make our meringue, and I've got a really fun little tool here, a little torch. I'm so excited to use it. Fire in the kitchen. I'm not gonna lie, I think my husband's just a little nervous about me operating all of the fire tools. But we are going to make this. This is going to be so easy. You don't have to be scared of meringues, even if you're doing them low carb. I'm going to show you how you can do it so you never screw it up. But if you don't have egg whites on hand and you don't want to make a meringue, you can make the same exact dessert. Just use your whipping cream and a little bit of stevia for your sweetener, touch of vanilla, and you're good to go with a whipped cream topping. But I want to make it like an authentic lemon meringue pie, so we are going ahead and we are making real meringue. So I have half a cup. That is the equivalent of 4 egg whites of my egg white here, and I'm just going to pour that right in. And then I have half a cup of erythritol. Now, you can also use Swerve. The brand name of erythritol is Swerve. So you can use a granular Swerve in here. You could even use half of a granular Swerve and half of their finer Swerve that they use for icing, so their icing sugar. And then we've got a 1/4 teaspoon of our tartar cream of tartar here, powder. You don't actually need that. It just makes it thicken and hold a little bit nicer. But you don't really need it. And all I'm gonna do is start up my mixer here on a little bit on low, and then I'm gonna bring it up to a full speed. And you gotta mix it for a while. You don't wanna overdo it, but you wanna keep going until your peaks form. Okay, so once your meringue is forming nice peaks, that means it's holding its shape. That's exactly what you want to see. And we are going to go ahead and scoop this on top. Now, because this is a no-bake, yummy little treat, I'm going to show you with my little blowtorch how we're going to finish our meringue just like you really would with lemon meringue pie in the oven. So the reason why we've used erythritol or Swerve, because it will actually brown for you. And I'm gonna show you with our little torch here. I'm gonna try not to burn the kitchen down. And turn this on. I need 2 hands. Push that in. There we go, look at this. We got our little fire going. And I'm just gonna go ahead and brown this. And you're gonna see it's gonna turn a beautiful golden brown. It's actually gonna cook for us. And you'll see as I'm turning it around here how that works. And what's so great about this is you are actually cooking it. Just like creme brulee, you're cooking your yummy little dessert, just like you would your meringue in the oven. I'm gonna turn this off now before I, look at that. Can you guys see how good that looks? And that's actually firming up and it's cooking just like a real meringue would in the oven, except you've got a sugar-free, high protein, super delicious lemon meringue pie that was completely bake-free. How fun is that? Look at that. With all your little pretty layers. Oh my goodness, so delicious. So pretty. You could serve this for dessert at a dinner party. You could bring this if you were going out to a friend's place for maybe a potluck or a get-together. This is a perfect little no-bake dessert for your family, for your kids, and it's super yummy and super delicious. So I'm gonna get a spoon out here and I'm gonna taste test this for you guys. Try not to make a huge mess here. Oh, yum. I think this is one of my favorite little desserts. It is so light and it is so creamy, and oh my goodness, it is so delicious. You've got every kind of flavor in here. You have a little bit of cinnamon with your crust, and your crust is perfect and crunchy, and then you have this tart, delicious, so good, the lemon filling in the middle, and then of course your real creamy, yummy, delicious meringue on the top. So Perfect little dessert, guys. I can't wait. Let me know how yours turns out. Let me know whether you decided to go with the whipped cream or if you decided to try the meringue out and how that worked out for you. If you want to learn a little bit more about Nutracelle and why our protein is so different and perfect for cooking with, check us out at Nutracelle.com. And of course, we'll see you guys back next week and we'll do another yummy treat for you. Thanks, guys. Bye.